Of Membership Managed, where I help you create or manage a sustainable, low effort, high value membership. My name is Melody, and I'm coming to you live to share with you week 2 of Membership Managed. I am going to go ahead and pause this and talk all about how we are going to have this awesome conversation. And we're going to go ahead and kick this off by I'm going to share my screen to get this ball rolling. So, the first thing I want to kind of share with you is my screen. And this is a membership managed. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit and we'll go ahead and talk all about managing your membership. So today I want to talk all about how to get and take action when you're feeling overwhelmed with choosing your course platform for your membership, or perhaps maybe you're an existing membership owner and you're looking to scale your membership site and that current existing membership site just isn't cutting it. And so today I'm going to walk you through some tips and strategies to choosing a course platform that does not require fancy bells and whistles, is easy and simple to manage, and also my personal take on what works and what doesn't. So I can save you serious time, serious energy, and also help you feel good about your membership, how it's managed, and how you can ultimately grow it without feeling overwhelmed or overbooking your calendar. Sound good? Okay, so today I'm going to show you all of the tech things about my membership. I'm going to walk you behind what I use, what I have used in the past, and also share with you some recommendations about what you should consider when it comes to your membership tech. I am also going to be walking you through how to not get stuck overthinking the tech for your membership. This is super important, especially if you're either brand new to creating online courses or maybe you're an established entrepreneur who has an existing membership and you're thinking about taking that plunge into the depths of course tech. Yes, it is totally possible that you can overthink your membership tech and then feel exhausted at the end of the day, never having moved forward. So, to avoid that, today I'm going to share with you how to not get stuck, make the best decision for your brain, your business, and your budget without overextending yourself or overthinking. Okay, so personally, my take is that I do not believe in all in one platform unicorns or a one size fits all solution. If you're a client or a student of mine, you'll know that I actually really recommend getting to know exactly your end goals, your outcomes, and what you hope to accomplish for your membership site before I recommend software. One of the most commonly asked questions that I receive from my clients and students, and also from those who are interested in working with me one on one or in my membership, is Melody, what is the actual best membership platform for my site? What do you recommend? Well, I need to know a little bit more about you, your budget, your goals, and what kind of functionality you're looking for. I've personally helped over 30 plus courses get out into the world, including my own, not including the corporate training and development days of yore, when I helped organizations at scale create virtual programs for their employees to increase their productivity and generate more revenue and efficiency in businesses. So, this is back when I was helping people create online courses in my agency, and personally, I think it's important. Start small. If you're just starting out or if you're an established business owner, there are two different things that you need to consider. One is your budget. If you don't have a budget for all the bells and whistles, then there's going to be some limitations. If you have more budget to spend, then it's time to start looking at scaling and looking at ways to leverage your existing community and how that will impact what platform you will ultimately choose. Again, don't waste thousands of dollars or months trying to find the perfect tech stack. Raise your hand if you've ever been involved with finding and getting distracted by all the fun tools for course platforms that are out there. My hand is raised. And so if you've ever felt completely excited about a new course tech tool, I have been there. I've personally tried out and tested almost all the platforms because let's be honest, there's new ones coming out all the time. And I personally get DMs and messages from other course platform creators who are looking for me to test it and for me to become an affiliate. Now, I don't actually do that for every single person that reaches out. One, because I want to actually try the tool and see whether or not I like it. And two, I want to give you my best and honest opinion about what platform capabilities are out there, what restrictions there are, and what ultimately is going to help serve you best. And personally, there's just not a perfect tech stack out there. There's not a complete unicorn, wonderful platform that does everything, right? Because we want to choose ultimately the best thing for us, the best for our business, and ultimately that means sometimes diversifying our tech stack. So let's talk about how we can make small tech equal big profits in our business, especially when it comes to a membership site or course or group program. So a couple of things that I want to point out is that not all of these things are required for your membership, but these are the most common things that you want to consider when concluding on what tech stack you need. So for instance, we have a sales page, pretty standard, right? Sales pages, you need something to showcase what exactly are people getting. A checkout, which is basically how do you initiate payment? How do you receive the payments? How do people take the subscriptions on a monthly basis? Number three, content. This is specifically related to how are people going to access the content in your community or your membership site, right? This could be anything from newsletters. You could also include content like articles or videos or PDFs or downloads, right? All of these wonderful, wonderful things that you want to share in your membership, we need a place to store all of that. And then number 4, community. As I mentioned in some of my previous episodes, I don't think it's important to only have community or to not have community. There are definitely membership sites out there that do not have any community attached. However, that being said, if you want to create a community-led membership, meaning that involves some sort of support for your members, which is very frequently used as a way of marketing your membership, community is something that you want to consider. Okay, now that we've talked about the small tech that's involved, I'm going to get into the details. At the basic level, if you have something that you're considering selling, the most important thing is to restrict access. Yes, I am not specifically talking only about course tech or course platforms. I'm going to talk a little bit basic here for maybe some people who are just considering that first membership. You just need a video hosting platform, right? This is the simplest tech that you will need, and ultimately you may want to become more advanced and get some more official tech later on, but video hosting is the most simple way that you can get started. You want to make it easy for people to actually consume your content and, of course, restrict non-members from accessing. This is super important, especially if you're going to restrict content for people who are not members and haven't paid for your program. So, of course, we do not want to have non-members accessing premium content because you want to give people access to what they pay for, right? Premium users actually receive more content, more videos, more relationship from you if that's how you want to market your membership. So we want to restrict non-members from accessing. And so I'm going to give you a couple of different things to consider. Here's the easiest setup. You can literally create a Loom video folder for your membership videos. Yes, it can be as simple as that. And yes, it's something that you can do to gate content. Those videos are not public, and you can actually share and embed these videos into a platform later on down the line to make it more visible for the people who are accessing it. Again, very simple setup, very easy setup, very low barrier to entry. So if you're just starting out, I recommend instead of trying to get all the bells and whistles for your membership site, set up a simple way to gate content via videos. Okay, now if you're someone who has an existing coaching program and you're looking to level up your videos, you can also leverage Vimeo. There's a couple of other tools I'm going to recommend in the next slide, but firstly, I want to share that Vimeo is a great way to create timestamps. You also have the ability to allow for closed captioning, perfect for accessibility reasons, and so much more. timestamps are a great way to actually organize your information, especially when it comes to longer coaching calls. For instance, if you have a 1 hour weekly call, you might want to consider adding chapters or timestamps. You can do something similar with YouTube where you can create chapters and actually unlist YouTube. However, that's really against the terms of service of YouTube, but it is a great way for you to consider how to create and segment different important pieces of content inside of your videos. There's even more advanced tech that's out there, including Searchy, which allows you to have searchable transcriptions based off of videos. You can also gate it as in a membership using that same platform. But for today, simply put, use a way to timestamp your videos, especially if you're going to have longer forms of content. People want to skip around, get to the good stuff, right? Okay, number 2, membership tech. Membership tech is one of the frequently asked questions that I get asked, and I'm going to share with you my membership tech when I first got started. I had already existing courses which I was selling on demand. And so what made sense for me was just to continue using that same course platform. Since I already had on-demand courses and I knew I wanted to shift into a membership model, the most logical conclusion was use what I had. I already had my Thinkific set up. I then also already had my Thrive cart set up. And then, of course, for emails, I actually use ConvertKit. Now, I've hopped around multiple times to different course platforms, tried all the fancy new gadgets, all-in-one platforms, and unicorn softwares. But to tell you the truth, I actually was very sorely disappointed with all those fancy tools, wasn't feeling very excited about the analytics that I was getting, and was feeling very frustrated with the limitations of these all-in-one platforms. That being said, there's plenty of people out there that really love using these all-in-one platforms. I just have to say, you got to choose something that's going to make the most sense for you, that's easy for you to manage, and you can read the most important data to make informed decisions for your business. So these 3 things are what I use to set up my first membership tech. And as I mentioned, I've flopped around, flip-flopped, and changed membership tech just to try it out or to see if it was going to be a good fit for me long term. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about my existing membership site setup, and I'm going to explain to you why I chose that setup. And keep in mind, every business is different, and every type of membership site may have different needs depending on your goals, your budget, and your outcomes of what you're hoping to accomplish with your membership site. So the first thing that I have set up now on my membership site is my sales page. I have WordPress and Elementor, but in the past I've used other types of sales or landing page software like Lead Pages. Again, there are so many different landing page softwares out there depending on your budget, your ability, and also your tech savviness. I personally chose WordPress and Elementor because I love creating content on Elementor. I feel very confident using the software, and I feel that that's ultimately serving the needs of what I'm looking for in customization. That being said, there's no real one-size-fits-all solution for your sales or landing page. You have to decide what's going to make the most sense for you. Number 2, I use a checkout page software called ThriveCart. If you haven't already invested in ThriveCart, it's a fantastic tool that allows you to receive payments on subscriptions, one-time purchases, upsells, bump offers, and so much more. You can even access and create on-demand courses, memberships, and create an entire library of on-demand content. You can even do some fancy things if you want to get really in detail and in depth with me to create and unlock tags, access bonus resources, even offer discounts to people who have paid a specific amount of money. You can also restrict access by removing access by some people who have actually had failed rebills, meaning they have not paid you. And you can also pause payments or cancel payments through that platform. It's a very great tool. I definitely recommend it. And you can definitely ask me any questions about that software. Courses. For now, I actually have my courses as self-hosted, meaning it is completely created on my website, which I have customized in a special subdomain on my website. Now, I don't always recommend this route for people who are brand new to building out membership sites, only because it does require a lot more setup time. It does also require a lot more management. So if you're brand new to creating an online course or a membership, this option for self-hosting might not be best for you if you don't want a lot of management and you're not very tech savvy. That being said, it does serve me very well because I am quite tech savvy and I have the ability to manage it because I am the one who's creating the end goal and the end use. So, definitely something for you to consider is to choose something that's going to make the most sense for your management experience and your technical savvy ability. Number four, my community is set up in two places. Now, there's a lot of additional items that I want to include and talk about, but the first thing for the community is Heartbeat. I chose Heartbeat for two reasons. Number one, it allows me to host events. It also will auto sync to people's calendars so people can RSVP. I can customize the RSVP based off of the access and tier that people are in. I can also include URLs and links back to different places like my Go Brunch area where I actually have co-working live inside of my membership. There's also a Voxer group chat, which is a brand new feature I've added for this year in 2022. This is a great way for me to communicate with members, get access to communicate audio or also text. It's also a nice way for me to check in, see how people are doing, and ask if there's any questions. It's also a place for me to have office hours, which I host weekly on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time to answer questions related to curriculum development, sustainable membership practices, process improvement, and so much more when it comes to growing your membership site. So there's a lot that goes into considering these decisions. And if you're brand new or you're starting to think about migrating to a new membership site, it's important for you to talk these questions through with an expert like myself. All right, so number three, platform features. Again, make your life easier. Choose one that's simple to use and simple to manage. If you're someone who does not like getting very in detail with all of the management and you feel very overwhelmed with the technical things, it's very important for you to have the support that you need in order to accomplish your goals. Don't feel like you need to be pressured to use these all in one tools. Okay, so I'm gonna just say this matrix might look a little overwhelming, and that's because it is something that I put together and it is quite in depth. And now I am going to send people who are interested a copy of the slides so you can take a look at what these features are. I actually did a poll recently in my Facebook group, Inspired Courses, asking, what are you looking for in terms of your questions related to membership site hosting and platform tech? And many people actually responded saying that they were interested in learning what all the features are, how they should consider their affiliate program, and what they should consider if they're migrating to a new platform or actually leveraging the features inside of their existing course platform. So there's a couple of things that you want to consider, and I'm not going to go over every single one because simply there's not enough time. If you have a question about these membership text tools and what's going to make the most sense for you, you can absolutely reach out. But briefly, let me just go over some key things that you need to consider when it comes to membership site hosting and how your membership is structured. First and foremost, there are plenty of new course platforms out there. These are not an all-inclusive list. This is my uh, the top platforms that I consider when it comes to creating an online course or membership site. And again, by no means is this completely an extensive list. Courses, obviously, if you want to have on-demand courses and lessons, you want to be able to offer courses as a feature inside of your membership. Bundles. I consider a bundle one or more courses combined together where you can actually combine products. Some of the platforms offer bundles, but they're not necessarily called bundles. They might be called something else. Bundles are basically a membership. It's going to be several access to content pieces. And so for courses, they're going to be organized differently. The user interface is going to look differently depending on the platform. Landing pages. By landing pages, I'm referring for the course platform to have some functionality for sales pages. So for instance, if you want to put some copy up on the page and explain exactly what you are offering inside of your membership, a landing page is the first step for people to make buying decisions. Again, you don't need a landing page. You can definitely sell over a discovery call, an application, or if you have a different process of sales. This is just the most commonly used way to sell a membership. And so by landing pages, I simply mean a sales page. Now, here you can actually see limited or X. X indicates that it is available and it is a good landing page builder, meaning it has a lot of the same features as a regular landing page builder. And then limited, meaning that you could do some landing pages, but they're probably not going to be very optimized. It's going to be a little bit harder to customize. There's probably some restrictions in coding, and it's probably not user friendly for people who don't know how to code. So Teachable, for example, yep, you can include a landing page there, but it's going to be limited. Same thing for Thinkific. Podia has some better landing page options, some more branding capabilities, but again, it's not necessarily primarily a landing page designer. So that's why I think it's important to consider, what do you need and what's the best tool for that. Sometimes it doesn't mean you have an all-in-one. Thrivecart, again, you can do some more coding in there. You can do some customization. It's not going to be as agile as maybe lead pages or a WordPress website, or maybe something else that has more customization options. That's why I'm saying it's limited. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Doesn't mean you can't make something awesome. But generally speaking, it does have some limitations. Member Vault, similar. Samcart does have some really good templates. However, it's not going to be as customizable. It is very drag and drop friendly, but not as customizable as, let's say, WordPress, which I love. And let's talk a little bit more about emails. So normally a course platform will have system generated emails, meaning that there's some standard emails like login credentials and maybe a couple of emails that you can send through the system, but it's not generally going to be the best place for you to collect and send campaigns. That being said, there are some other course platforms out there that do have some good data behind it that will allow you to see more details, like Kartra. I did not include them on this list. However, most platforms are not going to be able to function also as an email provider, which is why I use ConvertKit. Carts, by cart, I'm just referring to receiving payments. Normally, you want to enable Stripe, PayPal, and some places also have additional options like receiving payments via other alternative methods. There's a lot of things to consider with the cart, which is why I use Thrivecart to use for my course checkout platform. Affiliate programs, I also use Thrivecart for this, and that's a great way for you to organize and send details to your referral partners so that they can sell more of your courses and programs. Community, again, this is something where, do you want to have forums in your community? Do you want a way for people to communicate to you? Historically, that's most commonly a private Facebook group. But people are getting really fed up with Facebook groups nowadays. And so if you've been considering hopping over to a different alternative community, like I said, I use Heartbeat for my community. It's a great tech tool that I absolutely love. And lastly, events. Are you going to have events? Are you going to have coaching calls? Are there going to be some office hours? Not an entirely requirement, but sometimes people want to include that as part of the membership. So if you are going to be including events, there's a couple of different things to consider. I have a whole video teed up to go over specifically how you can organize your events and simplify your membership experience without overwhelming your coaching calendar. And that's going to be coming up at the beginning of November. Okay, we've already talked about a lot of the different course tech tools. Again, if you have further questions, do let me know. Send me a comment on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you are watching this. Affiliate setup. Now, I know someone in my Facebook group actually asked, how do I set up my affiliate program? I've been looking at creating an affiliate program and I already have Thrivecart. One thing I like to just mention is that creating a referral program requires that you understand what the payout period is, who your affiliates are going to be, having a strategy in place to communicate the different offers, the commission rates, and then again, prepping for promotional periods, meaning if you've got a sale coming up, do you have the assets to share? What's going to be the worst case scenario is if you create an affiliate program you don't share with your referral program partners. That's going to make it harder for people to actually buy from you, build your email list, and build your sales. So it's important to consider your entire referral program strategy, which is what I do exactly in my membership. I use Thrivecart, like I said, and that's how I host my referral program. I also have a couple of events throughout the year that I collaborate with my referral partners by organizing different collaborative events like my upcoming 25 Days of Deals in December and several other events throughout the year. All right, I'm not going to go too much in detail of that, but I do want to talk a little bit more about my membership owners who are thinking about making the leap. If you remember, I was talking all about how important it is to create a strategy around choosing what text tool you are going to use to scale your membership. Now, if you're brand new to creating a membership, this may not apply to you. But if you're someone who already has a membership platform and you're starting to see you're really stretching the limits of your course platform, there's some restrictions, you got to pay more. I'll give you an example. One of my membership clients who I actually created courses for, had 30 plus courses. Now, on the plan that they were on the highest level of tier. They wanted to combine all their products into a membership bundle offering. And they started asking, well, what should I consider when choosing a new course platform? We've built out this beautiful course, and now it's time to organize it into a better platform. What's important to think about when you're creating a migration plan is to think about change management overall. What's change management? Change management just refers to the process of changing something related to a behavior from someone, from a customer to also an internal team member. She's just managing the change because behavior has a lot to do with how people perceive the value of your service and also how people perceive the stress of change. Because again, nobody likes change. Change can feel overwhelming. And if you're migrating from one platform, it can cause a lot of noise, some stress involved. And so what we want to do is we want to manage the change effectively. Well, how do we do that, Melody? Good question. Let's go back to the basics, right? Set up a launch plan for your membership migration. If you're thinking about making the switch, making that decision to make the switch is the hardest decision you have to make. Once you've determined that a migration is in your future, it's time to go back to your original launch goals and start looking at the plan. The great thing about migrating is that you can use this as a way to help re-promote your membership or a group coaching program and say, hey, I made some awesome updates in 2022 or 2023. It's time to start thinking about your membership migration as a way to market your membership or coaching program. Again, we want to set up a plan so we're not overwhelming our customers, we're not overwhelming our staff or our contractors, or we're not just overwhelming ourselves. It's important to set up that membership migration plan. Okay, so for my advanced membership owners, migration tips for easy transitions that don't suck. And you can transition your members to a new platform without it being hard or without it being totally anxiety ridden. Okay, so first tip, plan in advance, right? We talked about going back to the basics. How do we plan in advance and choose a way to migrate people from one system to another system without it being overwhelming? Well, I'd say at least 30 days. And again, most of my membership owners, you probably want to hire somebody to do this, or you're going to assign this to your OBM or virtual assistant. Choose a 30 to 90 day rollout period. This is especially true if you have a large library of content and it's going to take some time to migrate from one system to the other system and make sure all the tech and backend system is set up correctly so that there's not going to be any tech or glitches down the line. All right, then once you plan in advance, just go over your deadlines, right? So the first step would be 1, committing to this change. 2, setting up the end goal, let's say 60 days out, okay? Number 2, communicating with members and making sure that your team is aware of the deadlines that they are responsible for. Once you plan out the deadlines, it's time to alert your members. How are you going to tell them? What are the main benefits that they will get as it relates back to that platform? What are the features that you can share is going to benefit the members without them feeling like they're losing out on something and that they're disappointed that they're making the change? No, this is something to celebrate. Talk about all the awesome features that you're adding to the membership and how you can actually improve the overall member experience. Number 3, communicate the changes, right? So we're going to talk about what changes will be made, how will it impact the members, and any deadlines associated with it. If you're going to be turning off access to a course platform, it's important to tell them by this date, you will no longer have access to XYZ platform. We're migrating over to this new system in order for you to have an XYZ better experience. By this date, you will then be able to only access this content. If you have any concerns, please reach out to us if you want to offer that opportunity. Again, communicating those changes is key. to leaving less stress on the table, giving you some more space, and also letting your members know that you thought about them, that you gave them the first take on this migration, and that they are supported with this transition. Okay, well, we've covered a lot in just a few minutes. I actually have some free resources for you that I use for my clients and students inside my recurring revenue membership. My membership migration email templates have been battle tested and proven. These are templates that I've personally created and used in my own business when I've migrated platforms. And I've also helped others use this for their own migration. And so if you're thinking about making a switch from SamCart to ThriveCart, or from MemberVault to something else, or you're trying to get some step-by-step support in your membership migration, I would love to share these free email templates by simply having you message me. These templates are really golden. And like I said, if you want something battle tested, these are going to be great. Maybe you're still on the fence of what course platform to use. You haven't made the decision to create an online course or membership because you're not sure exactly what you need, and this is a new venture for you. If you're still not sure what tech to choose and you're just starting out on your membership journey, guess what? I will have some personal recommendations for you based off of your goals, your outcomes, your budget, so go ahead and email me. This is the best way for me to give you customized advice so that I can make sure that you have the right tech stack in mind for what you're trying to accomplish. And it's going to save you serious time, energy, and money instead of having you try out something that absolutely doesn't work for you, that feels overwhelming, that isn't simple to manage. So save yourself some energy. Just email me and I'll give you some customized recommendations. Okay, so let's get to know each other. If you're brand new to Membership Managed, hello, hi, welcome, howdy. My name's Melody. I am someone who is the founder of The Course Consultants. I help membership owners create and grow low-effort memberships without overbooking their calendars with coaching calls. I have a master's degree in instructional design. That's adult learning theory. I'm also a certified customer success manager. But let's pull back the curtain a little bit and talk about who I am. And for those of you who are watching and tuning in from last week, you already know this. I love sloths. I absolutely love sloths. I also am a prospective adoptive mother. I'm the oldest sister of 4, musical theater nerd, anime lover, and travel enthusiast. I'm absolutely obsessed with helping you see success in your membership site, feel good about delivering your curriculum, and also build sustainable profits and peaceful profits in your business long term. So if you want some more personalized help, the good news is that I have some more information about my membership. The recurring revenue membership is all about you, and it is my hybrid group program and membership that gives you step-by-step support to create and grow your membership with referrals and retention. And so what exactly is in my membership? I'm going to go over some different things to consider if you're thinking about creating or growing your membership in 2022 and beyond. The first thing I want to talk about is which plan is right for you. I've had a couple of people reach out to me and ask, is the recurring revenue membership for me? What should I consider when joining the recurring revenue membership? What will I get in terms of the support? So these are all good questions, totally valid. I want to go over them with you today. First off, we have the silver. Silver is basically the community. You get access to co-working calls where I can communicate with you, give you custom recommendations. And yes, a lot of people will actually restrict access when you're on the lower payment plans. I actually don't do that. I come in and I give you my customized support. I consider you one of my coaching clients. And what we do is we sit inside of our co-working rooms, which are moderated during certain periods of the day. And there's a whole calendar which I can share with you. And we discuss your creation, launch, or growth plans for your membership so that you can get access to all of the tools and support to grow your membership. We also provide you with on-demand courses and templates. In addition to that, you get access to their virtual referral parties, which I host to get you connected to grow your audience outside of your existing network and outside of your email list so you can grow your audience, increase your revenue through referrals. Number 2 is my Gold Plan. Gold Plan is basically this. It's a done with you program. We create a roadmap for you. There's some customized curriculum that I actually go with you as a group. And so during the sessions are training, 3 sessions, 1 hour each every month for 3 months, beginning November 2022. So if you're interested in the gold option, I recommend that. If you really need that extra hand holding and that support, the curriculum is going to cover 3 core concepts: creating curriculum in your membership, growing it with referrals, and building out a membership management plan that's sustainable for you, that feels easy and magical for you to run. Number 3 is the VIP option. This is a done for you option where I actually create a membership launch and growth plan with you. And I actually customize a complete project management software within ClickUp or within Google Docs, depending on what works for you. And we actually set up a time for you. If you have another team member like a VA or OBM, I sit on a call with you and we actually build this program out step by step by creating this launch plan with you. You get access to that one-on-one call, plus an entire year of support. Plus, you also get access to a 1 month of Voxer training calls. So again, you're getting really access to me for an entire year, plus additional support and deliverables, including that launch plan, that growth plan. And if you're already having an existing membership, we can go really deep into retaining your membership, making your experience a lot more magical for your next or upcoming launch. Okay, so what does that actually look like if you already have a membership? So the VIP option I really recommend for people who have existing memberships. Why? Because I'm actually going to build out your member onboarding plan. If you've been seeing some people leave your membership because they're not getting the right support, that is called churn. So we want to reduce that so that we can increase your recurring revenue. And to do that, I actually have a member onboarding plan, which I customize for you within a tool I use for my clients called SamePage. This is an example of a visual framework which I created for one of my clients. And inside of this, I actually walk through in a complete step-by-step from 0 to 12 months in the membership. What would they look like for the membership journey, and how does it relate back to your unique selling point and how you market your membership? So this is really key. Secondly, again, if you have an existing membership or you're thinking about building up a new one and having a growth strategy, I create a completely customized membership management or launch plan in ClickUp or Google Docs. On the left, you're going to see ClickUp is where I actually create an entire management plan. On the right is a new launch plan. So if you're someone who's just starting out, you want to build a funnel, we're going to talk all about what are the moving pieces, the social media content that we'll need to have you create, and I'll guide you through all the different moving parts of managing the membership after the launch or creating the membership launch in the beginning so we can get the right people in the door for you. And then lastly, like I said, there's the one-on-one Voxer coaching. This is a really great way for us to talk, even if you're on a different time zone from me, without having the need to feel restricted to 1-hour calls. I used to do 1-hour coaching calls every single month. However, I noticed that people still had questions in between calls. And so what I've done here is I've actually created a way for us to communicate about your questions so you can get support for our one-on-one time together. Okay, plus of course you get all the access to the membership, including the weekly co-working calls, 12 months of access to me, my brain, my support within the membership. So if that's something you're considering and you have questions about it, do let me know. There is the second plan, which is the gold plan. And this plan allows you to have everything included in the silver plan, which is the on-demand courses, the co-working, but you also get access to listing your digital products and courses, your events, co-working, the course vault, plus you also get access to help me, for me to help you promote your course. So you get some targeted promotional campaigns and space on my calendar to help promote you in all of my LinkedIn audio events and all the different resources that I offer for my members. Okay. Lastly, this is a recurring revenue. This is where you can learn all about it to see if this is right for you. And I would love for you to join. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to go really deep. If you love creating content and you want to start getting paid and monetizing your experience, I would love for you to reach out to me. Send me a question over at hello@thecourseconsultant.com. I haven't seen any questions come out yet. But in case you have anything that you're wondering about, do let me know. I am so excited for you to be here, and I can't wait to see you grow or launch your membership in 2022. That's it for today's training. Today, I'm going to be hopping over to my curriculum and co-working session where I'm going to be opening up questions for you to get step-by-step support. And I'm going to be inside of there for the next hour or so. If you are not on my newsletter, please do comment. Let me know. I will most definitely reach out so you can get access to these curriculum co-working days so you can decide ultimately what's going to make you the most growth in your recurring revenue this year. That's it for today's training. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. How did you like that training? Is there anything you wanted to know about membership tech? We'll catch you later next week where I will show you all the details about how to manage and grow your membership. Talk soon. Bye.